But also we have the dolphins, who are gentle and playful and harm nothing.
I really don't see the harm in accommodating her wishes, Andrew.
I thank you that each and every one of them got here safe, sound, and without harm.
Why do your plans always have to require bodily harm?
If you don't like him, there's no harm done.
I'm thinking that maybe me speaking would definitely do more harm than good.
There's no harm done.
Heck, I've never even eaten one because I never wanted to cause one any harm.
I couldn't harm a fly.
Any further harm visited upon Bunny.
We never wished you harm. Never did me a bit of harm.
And I swear by the ordinances of the sisterhood to which we both belong, that I mean you no harm this day.
And if a human tries to harm you, I'll simply say...
Took the preliminary precaution of having her watched by Mr. Ferguson, lest any harm befall her.
With the amount of wounded we have, we do more harm than good.
We can't do any harm, right?
We mean you no harm.
A robot cannot harm a human being.
So he didn't see the harm of painting her pictures of things she would have no memory of. She'd never do me harm.
Did you harm her in any way?
If you break his spirit, harm him in any way, keep him from his chosen profession, which is law, something you may not value, but I do.
My sons and daughters do not harm Hagrid on my command.
We will not harm you.
I need to believe you mean no harm.
We mean no one else any harm.
When I became a doctor, I swore an oath to do no harm, and I have just killed a man.
And never harm anything that lives.
We're developing defense technology and training our officers to gather intelligence on the Klingons and any other potential enemy who means to do us harm.
Lately, to be quite honest, it seems that all my best intentions for your family have come to nothing but harm. However, it may harm your defense if you fail to mention when questioned something you later rely on in court.
No harm, no foul, but you get a free drink out of it.
She never did you any harm.
We're not here to harm you.
You've taken 7 people, each of whom has a real-life reason to wish you harm, gathered them together on a remote island.
Between you and me, no one in the world could do musical harm to the Princess Elizabeth.
This is a perfect example of harm.
I'm not going to harm anybody, and there's nothing wrong with me.
A mouthful of water will not harm you, but panic will.
If you harm them, I'll
Do what? You could actually do musical harm to the Princess Elizabeth.
My son would never have done anything to harm children, not on his own. You don't mean no harm.
If you harm him, you condemn our officers.
What would be the harm in that?
We put him away where he can do you no harm.
But in such a deranged state, he might harm himself.
With desperate people, all of whom have a real-life reason to wish this woman harm.
No harm.
You have taken 7 people, each of whom has a real-life reason to wish you harm, gathered them together on a remote island, and placed the idea of your murder in their heads.
Joe, don't look at me like that when it was all a joke, when I didn't mean any harm.
I want Lee, but I can't harm Hannah.
No harm done, ma'am.
Do you really think that's the same as 2 teenage Marines executing a routine order they never believed would result in harm?
No harm, no foul.
No one will dare harm you again.
But I mean it when I say I've no intent to harm you.
I think he was threatening to harm the baby.
Probably because I'm a locked-up lunatic, so what harm could it do?
To satisfy the Spanish desire that this would do them no harm.
Probably he means no harm.
They didn't mean any harm.
What's the harm in letting him have his little fantasy for just a couple more days?
Other fuels may harm the equipment and render it inoperable.
Does no harm.
There's no harm they can do to me, my friends in the Austrian embassy.
But I fear that it will seriously harm any normal person exposed to it.
No harm will come to the princess.
What harm could accusations like that do me here?
Why do you keep imagining that he was purposely trying to harm me?
I can't see any harm in it.
There's no harm done.
Oh, just don't harm her.
No, I should not have used the word harm.
What would be the harm? There's no harm in just having a look.
They won't do you any harm.
It's, I'm sure he didn't mean any harm.
I give you my word. We will not harm them.
Your humble servant, Shera, did not mean any harm.
Know only that no harm.
What is the harm? For those of us who just want to believe in something mysterious, something bigger than ourselves. I don't mean you any harm.
No harm, no foul, Jack.
I said I would not harm them, and I shall not.
You've done a great deal of harm to the men.
And what if I promise no harm will come to you, that you will be returned safely to Alexandria?
There is no way I would ever harm my own daughter.
He never done nobody any harm. Any harm comes to that child.
Jack won't do me any harm.
May God bless you and keep you safe from harm.
He would not want to see you harm the agency.
No physical harm intended.
I won't do nothing to harm her.
I don't want any harm to come to you.